Texas. Texas International Enterprises. Yeah. I parked there for an hour in front of the fuel islands. For no reason. You can look over there and see. That's not a parking space. Now, while he was parked there, you see how his prime, he's waiting for a fuel island, which is common for trucks to be too deep in a fuel island. So this guy being parked there was really gumming up the works, but he didn't care. Some lazy fat ass. Spent a good hour inside the truck stop, and plenty of spaces over here to park. And he about got his nose ripped off about 3 times because where he was parked, and you can see right there where Pilot is making a repair to their parking lot. So kudos to Pilot for starting to make some repairs to these lots. But as trucks come around this corner here to exit, they had to miss that repair and the nose of his tractor, which a couple of them had to stop and back up and reposition to try to get around them. And that's just ridiculous. I don't understand. I don't understand these guys at all. That guy in there, now he's leaving. So he didn't need fuel. He just pulled in, stopped, probably got something to eat. Used the bathroom, which is fine, but parking a spot, damn, people, it ain't that tough. I said, if everyone had that same attitude, you'd never get in and out of the truck stop. These guys are narcissists, man. It's ticking me off. We're in Breaux Bridge, Louisiana. Getting ready to head out. We'll probably go to Alabama, make it to Alabama today. We don't have to be in a hurry. We don't deliver till Monday morning. So we'll take our time and go to Alabama and then Georgia from there. Trying to stay south of the weather, which I think we're okay. Especially if we get to Alabama today, we should be fine. Tomorrow there's supposed to be some ice down here in Louisiana, so we're definitely going to get down the road. Try to get out of this ice that's been following us around for 3 days. But I'm gonna grab something to eat and we'll head out. Big bridge coming up. This one's in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. we are at the receiver in Adaisville, Georgia. And we're on time. I just got harassed by the police because we were having trouble finding the place. I went down Main Street, which didn't look like a main street. It was very small. This is the size of this street right here. Just a normal suburban street. And I found the building, but I couldn't find the entrance or the docks or anything. So I turned my hazards on, and I'm gonna go walk around before I put myself in a position where I can't move, or I get stuck somewhere. So I get out and I walk around the building, and then I hear whoop, 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 whoop. And I'm like, and I could just tell it was over by my truck. So I saw where these docks were, and they were over here, and I was parked back there, Main Street here.
Yeah, they got out of the car.
Main Street is back there. That building is on the other side of it. So you can see it's not, and it's not heavy traffic. I mean, it wasn't causing any kind of traffic thing or anything. But like, I'm walking around. There's two cars, cruisers. One's already out of his cruiser. And he's like, hey, you gotta move this truck. I said, yeah, I'm fixing to move it right now. I said, I was just trying to figure out where I needed to go. And then they were, oh, okay, and they left.
They circled back around.
But yeah, then 2 minutes later they came back to make sure I'd moved. And now I'm sitting here and I'm waiting on this day cab, which I don't mind waiting. I'm here, I'm on time. The guys in there are real cool. It ain't no big deal, but I'm gonna let him get out just because that gives me more room, and then I don't want him to get ready and then he can't pull out because I'm trying to get in the dock. But I have to go in that dock right there, just left of the stairs. But I'm gonna have to use the street to do it. So hopefully the cops aren't gonna harass me about it. But we'll see what happens. We gotta get in here, get unloaded, and start looking for another load. We'll get back to you. Hey, what's up, y'all? So we are at the TA in Cartersville, Georgia. Delivered that load this morning to Adaisville. I had a little bit of trouble there with the cops. Two cruisers to come harass me about stopping in the road. I mean, I stopped. It was a 2-lane road. I stopped in the lane, put my hazards on in front of the building that I was delivering to, because from that side of the street, I mean, I don't know where to go. That was the address they gave me. I'm looking. I don't see any place for a truck to dock. Nothing that says shipping and receiving. So I set the brakes and put my hazards on. It's not a busy street. I only had one car pass me while I was sitting there. It's early in the morning. So I walk around the building and there's a sign that says shipping and receiving down at the other end of the building. So I was walking down there. I was going to go ahead and get my paperwork and get a dock. They have 5 docks there, so I wanted to see which dock, they'll put me in. And I hear the, whoop whoop, and I can see the lights kind of reflected. And I'm like, oh, man, what? I could tell they were at the truck, so I just turn around and look. Now I know where to go. So I go back to the truck, and there's 2 cops, 2 cruisers, And one gets out and he's like, hey, you got to move your truck. I said, yeah, I'm fixing to move it right now. I just had to find out where I needed to go. I couldn't pull in there and risk not being able to get back out is the problem. You know, like you turn down a street, it could be a no outlet, and it could be as wide as one lane, like an alley. And then what do you do? You're gonna have to try to straight back out and get turned back onto the street. So yeah, I was just, I'm just checking it out, trying to be safe, and the cops are kind of being jerks. And I got back in the truck and I told Shotgun, I said, man, this must be one really safe community. They send 2 cruisers to deal with a truck driver that parked his truck on the street for 2 minutes. I mean, come on. And then after I moved and they left, about 5 minutes later they came back, make sure I moved. I'm like, oh geez, whatever. And then I had to alley dock off of this other street on the side, which it had a big hump in it. Got hung up on my landing gear, so I had to go farther down the street and come back at an angle to get my gear over that hump on the other side of that hump, and then cut it real hard to get the trailer in the dock. We got in, we got unloaded, pulled out. TQL called me. They wanted me to take a load, and I told them no. I need a 36 hour, which I didn't really need, but I was tired. And we had stuff, we had laundry we had to get done, because we've been out here for a month now, a little over a month. So we came to TA, took a nap, went and got something to eat, then did our laundry. And now we're getting ready to watch a little TV and
you want to tell them what you had?
Relax. Yeah, I had the Cajun fish
Good.
at Country Pride. It was pretty good. Pretty good. Hadn't had fish in a while, so. And it's supposed to be good for your heart to eat fish once in a while, so I had some fish and it was good. But we're gonna start looking for a load in the morning. Probably try to stay down south. The weather, I mean, there's a winter storm warning here for tonight, for ice, and we're just we're about 60 miles north of Atlanta. So we're in the northern part of Georgia. But man, this storm is just wow. And Texas is supposed to get hit again tomorrow, so we don't really want to go to Texas until everything's cleared out. And there aren't a lot of loads down here now because everyone's got the same thought process. But then the brokers really aren't moving on their rates to anywhere else either. Even up to Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Wisconsin, they're paying like $1.20, $1.30 a mile. It's terrible. Texas, most of them are $1.60, $1.70. They haven't really changed that much. But then I paid $3 a gallon for diesel in Texas. So I guess pick your poison at this point. The loads aren't paying. Diesel's going up. I'm sure that's going to correct itself here before too long. But right now, the rates just aren't, they're not moving. I saw rates going into Florida that were 2.5 a mile. That's terrible. That's terrible. There was a load on Uber, 1,400 to Miami from this part of Georgia, 1,400. So I bid $3,000 on it, which of course they didn't take, but just kind of let them know, hey, that rate, come on, man, that's terrible. Go to Miami, because you're not getting out of there. You might get 50 cents a mile out of there if you can find a load at all. But we're gonna sit here till tomorrow, get our 36-hour in, reset my clock, start looking for a load, possibly Alabama, Mississippi, southern parts. Wait for that second storm to get by, and hopefully it warms up, and we can get back to having more options where to drive. Hopefully the rates come back up too. Hopefully a lot of these guys are just sitting still for a little while because of this weather. Maybe these storms will be a blessing in the end. Who knows? But I want to get off here, throw all the trash out of the truck. Got a trash can right beside us. Lay down and watch some TV. Get a good night's sleep, and get back after it in the morning. So we'll get back with you then.